just recorded this, but my screen is messed up. So I dropped the boys off at 7:30 in Goshen for their basketball game. And so I thought I'd check out, you see it, the new Planet Fitness in Goshen. I haven't been here yet. It's right by my friend Vanessa's office. Big brothers, big sisters. But they're not open. Nobody's up at this early. Well, there's actually a significant amount of cars here. It's surprising because it's 7:30 on Saturday. Like, I'm usually sleeping right now. Not today. So hopefully today will be super productive. So I'm so happy. This is like an amazing day. I love, not every day is amazing. If it was, then it'd probably decrease the amazingness. So besides getting up early, I took the boys to the basketball game and then I worked out, which feels so good. And I took, Thursday and Friday off, so at the gym I could have went both days, but I just thought, like, it's not actually good to go to the gym every single day. I think you're supposed to let your body rest. So I took 2 days off, so it's like, yay, I missed you, gym. It makes me so happy. And then while I was there, my friend Anthony said, hey Connie, I can have breakfast at 10. And so I'm like, Anthony is one of my favorite people. I guess I actually have a lot of favorite people, but he's on the top list of the people that I just love and trust and cherish. And so I love his friendship. Our time together at CCJ was amazing. Like, it ended a little yucky, but we're human and all things don't need to be perfect. So he and I used to have dinner like every 3 weeks or so on Tuesdays. But then his classes are on Tuesdays now because he's getting his master's in social work. He's a badass. You can Facebook him. His name's Anthony Coleman. He grew up tough and did crime and all that. Big stuff. And working with him, I can't tell you how many times I actually forgot. Like no matter who we are or what we do, biases are in our head, and like trust takes time to build, and so knowing his history, like the fact that I actually forgot that he ever did crime speaks to just like what a remarkable man that he truly is. I have a great Anthony story as I drive there, I'll tell you. And I have told the police this story, so I won't get in trouble. CCJ has a gentleman on our reentry program that we support, and when parole referred him to us, it was when we first started our reentry work at CCJ, and they told us a year later, they laughed and said, I wasn't really sure if you could do it or not, and I figured I'd give you a hard one, and if you can handle that, then you can handle anything. And so the gentleman is diagnosed with psychotic disorder, and when his meds aren't working or whatever, he's violent. So he is a part of CCJ's family now. Yeah, he's a great man. Different day, I'll talk about that guy. So that guy, though, we love him, we support him, he supports us, it's a family. I get a call from the social work agency that manages his housing, and they leave me a voicemail that says, Connie, we were in his house and there was a gun in there, but we don't allow that. I thought you might know what to do because you work with criminal justice. No, I don't know jack shit about guns. I don't like guns. I'm not comfortable. I don't care if other people have guns. We can discuss my perspective on guns another day, but I'm just telling you personally, I have zero experience with guns. So yeah, I call Anthony. And I'm like, come back to the office. He comes. I tell him it's on. I'm like, dude, I need you to take the gun out. I feel comfortable telling him we're taking it, but I need you to take it. And he's like, Connie, I've got a felony. I can't touch guns. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. Once again, I just forgot. This happens to me a lot. So he's like, you'll hold a box and we'll have him put the gun in the box. That was brilliant. Because then I was like I felt embarrassed, but I'm like, okay, then I need you to tell me how to hold the gun, what to do, because I know there's a safety and all these other things that I don't actually know about, so I need you to tell me. And he's like, Connie, we're just going to put it in a box. We'll bring a box with us and we'll have him put it in a box. Cool. So he and I go over to the house, and I'm like, hey friend, you got to give us your gun. Like, I know you got a gun in here and you got to give it to me. Okay, so he and his wife were good with. And at first he's like lying or evasive, and I'm like, dude, you got a felony? Like, it's me or the cops. Like, just give me your gun, because like, you don't want the police here because they'll take you back to prison. And I don't even know why the hell you have that. So there's this third dude at the house. We don't know him. I don't know him. And he's like pacing and anxious, and he's like, why are you letting her talk to you like that? And just aggressive as hell. And so I'm aware that like this isn't a safe space, and that I'm asking people to give me a gun, which is $300-400. I think guns run, they're expensive. And so I'm asking them to just give it to me. And I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with it once I get it. And like, this stranger is really tense, which isn't okay. And so I'm talking, and it gets like, the dude walks outside and walks back in, the angry guy. And Anthony stands in front of him, and Anthony is 6'4", and he looks at him and he said, so this guy knew Anthony from his criminal days, and in Anthony's criminal days he was respected. And so Anthony looks at him, do you trust me? The guy's like, yeah. And he's like, she's with me. Like, I'm telling you, you trust her. You trust me, you trust her. You're not in trouble. So, I mean, this shit is tense. The girlfriend runs in the bedroom, grabs the gun, puts it in my box. And so now I've got a box with a gun in it. And it's a big gun, kind of. Like, it's not like one of those, like, but it's a big, like, gun. And I'm like, whoa. What the hell are we going to do with this gun? And, like, the dude, when she gives me the gun, the dude is pissed. And clearly, like, part of it is, like, guns are expensive, I'm sure. So, like, we're taking this dude's gun. Okay. So, we end up making them get in their car, drive away, and, like, off the property. And we hand them the gun. And we tell them, next time we aren't doing this. Like, if we find out you have a gun here again, it's going to be the police that come and gets it, not us. So don't fuck around. Don't come back with the gun. And they leave. Shit. So then, I mean, immediately they leave, and I gotta go get my son from camp. Like, what kind of life is this? I'm like removing a gun from a house, and now I'm going to go get my little boy from thing. So I get back, and I don't know what I'm walking into when I get back to the office. So I'm like, David, I need you to go straight into my office, shut the door, close the blinds, and just sit in there. He goes in, he's fine. Our friend, the neighbor guy that works with us, comes and says, Connie, like, that dude's my nephew, and he's just been using me, and like, I didn't want him in my house, and I've been trying to get him out, but he refused to leave because they think that I'm dumb. And so thank you for doing that. And like, the way that Anthony and I had done it, we also treated everyone in the room with respect. So that other dude was in some sort of like gangy thing, and I heard that they also went back, and the gang was like, how did they, like, do we need to go get them, Anthony and I? And the dude was like, no, they were totally, like, they're fine. So like, we didn't offend anyone, we kept Robert safe, but like, that was some really intense stuff. But when you're in intense spaces, you never know how people are going to respond. And so, like, Anthony was on it. Like, he knew, he was spot on. He was calm. He was assertive and firm, but still respectful to everyone. I used to do crisis counseling, so I'm comfortable in crisis. Not so much with weapons, but I have many awesome, amazing stories about why I love, trust, and respect Anthony. That's one of the craziest, though. So, I'm going to have breakfast with Anthony. Good evening, subscribers. So, today I spent the full day sleeping. I got a little bit of homework done. I was looking forward to the People's History thing, and last night I was there, got there on time overall, and then Davicito calls me, and they don't have a ride home from Goshen, and then when I leave, like, they're both hungry, they need to go back to his friend's house to get stuff, and then come back to our house to sleep there, because I gotta take them back to the school today at 6, so it was like, it was too much, so I just didn't go back to the People's History, Poor People's Campaign training that I wanted to go back to. And then I planned on going today, but like, Serenity would have just been left home alone, and And then I also had no idea what time I was going to have to pick up David. So I just figured it'd be better to stay home and work on my homework. I ended up getting a significant amount of sleep. A tiny bit of homework done, good bonding time with Serenity, fun times with her, and a tiny bit of homework, but a lot of sleep. So, you can't win them all. Try again tomorrow. I'll have to get a bunch of homework done tomorrow. So, this is the end of the evening, and I will let you know how my day goes tomorrow.